basket, but so did the Sharks team. So the lead is 37-34. Marquette is up. Great defense. Lucy keeping number 24 out past the three-point line. Here comes the triple team over to Kai. That's going to leave somebody open. Number 3 shooter has the ball. Don't want him shooting. Number 2 shooter, he's got a decent shot. Just bounces out. Decent defense by Marquette, but we want that number 4 or 5 to be shooting the ball. So some work to be done. G brings the ball down. He's up close. Gets the roll. Marquette's up by 5. Number 33 has the ball. Number 4 shooter gets it to the number 1 shooter. They get the pick they want. Number 12 in the lane. Lucy cuts it down. City gets a hand up. That hand is enough to frustrate that. Great defense, Marquette. All right, when your chair tips over like that, typically called a turnover, which it was done here. So after the errant pass by Marquette, they are fortunate to have that not cost them because Kai tipped his chair over. Okay, G has the ball. He cuts in. He's got a 2-foot shot. He's going to hit that. The defense for Florida really sagged there. You sag in there to avoid pick and rolls. You sag your defense, and by sag, I mean instead of playing out like we are, you notice how many of our players are outside of the lane. Watch their defense once they get back on defense. Their defense in the lane. And you do that when you have a strong slashing team like Marquette. So you can see all 5 of the defenders in the lane, which forces those outside shots. But Marquette has been hitting their shots. So that defense is not going to pan out. Marquette's up by 9. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Strong third quarter performance by Marquette. Firing on all cylinders, offense and defense. 24 has to take a long shot with the big Sydney hand in front of him. Hits it. Great shooting by the Sharks. Put them in this game. G's got the basketball. They're going to let G get in that 6-foot shot, but gets it over to Sydney, who nails the 4-foot shot. Great eyes. That's going to cause a timeout for the Sharks. We'll be back in just a moment. Again, sorry for the technical issues. We had strong cellular reception on the last court, but this facility has a very wide reception range. So we're on the Wi-Fi here, and not sure if we got kicked off because of some sort of time limit or just so many people using it for this noon game. But we are back in action, and Marquette is up by 9 with a strong shooting performance in the second half by Marquette. Great ball movement by G. You can see G really perking up, head held high. That's okay for Marquette because that's the number 4 in the court. So such a clean shot, but the fact that it's their number 4 shooter taking the shot is a good sign for us. Don't want to put them on the line. We'll see what kind of free throw shooter they might be. First shot is up, just off the rim. Nice second shot for number 33. Taylor's in his pocket, comes a little bit closer, drops it off to Sid. Sid is money. I don't know that she's missed a shot yet. The dynamic duo over there with Taylor shooting so well, they have to jump out on him, which leaves Sydney open at the bucket. So they both deserve credit for that. In the first half, Sydney setting excellent dives for Taylor to get the open shot. And then as soon as they jump, Taylor dropping the ball off to Sydney. Great to see that teamwork. See if they run it again. Now they know Sydney can make those buckets, so that makes it easier for Taylor to get around and shoot. So you can see how Taylor's strong shooting performance opens up Sydney and then opens himself back up. Marquette doing a fantastic job here in the third quarter. They're up by 12. Kai's got the ball down low. Lucy with a strong push down. She's got the seal for G if he wants it. He does. He scoops around right behind Lucy. Has the 4-foot shot off the backboard. Credit Lucy with the assist there. Great way to hustle down court. It's hard to beat G down court, but Lucy might be the one player that can do it. Everybody forgets about Kai. Can't let get soft here, even with a 12 lead. Kai could get them back into this game at any moment. So a little bit of a lapse there. Otherwise, Marquette is doing great. Kat's got her shot. If she wants it, she dumps it to G in the middle. G just a bit outside. Steal by Taylor Post. Lucy's got the ball. Gets it to G. G's got a pick from Sydney. Taylor ends up being open, decides to dish it to Kat. Kat swings it all the way over. Dangerous pass. G's got it, but he's got 2 seconds to shoot. Taylor's got to shoot quickly. No, steal by the Sharks. G's going to beat him down there, but it's going to be a 2-on-1. Kai's wide open. G deflects the ball. Incredible defense. That was a 2-on-1, and G frustrated it. And now Marquette's got numbers if they want it. Ball's back to G. G takes a 6-foot shot from the baseline, pumping up his team. He's excited. Incredible performance by Gianni Quintero, getting his entire team in. And they're not letting him down. Great shooting performance. Marquette has extended the lead to 14 with 1 second left. They're not going to get a shot off. Incredible third quarter performance, both on the offense and defensive end for Marquette. They're up 14 headed into the fourth quarter. Marquette basketball. Great give and go play there by G and Sydney. Anna and Ivy are now in the game with Lucy, Sydney, and Gianni. Ball's into Lucy. Not able to finish. Great give and go action by two of the younger players there. Lucy, the freshman, and Anna, the 8th grader. G's got the rebound. Sloppy pass there, unfortunately. 24 is going to take that shot. They like that shot. A little bit of a fatigue going on. So on the backs of their top two shooters, Kai and number 24. They get G with the travel there. It was a nice move. Unfortunately, touched the wheel too many times. You can only push twice between each dribble. G gives a pouty lower lip to the referee, but he knew he traveled. Kai's got the ball in the corner. A little bit short. Scramble for the rebound. Ivy's got it. Gets it to the taller Sydney. Now they get it to their ball handler, G. They got to be careful here. They got to get the ball across the court. And they're going to get a 10-second violation. Not sure if that's a sign of the Sharks pressing or not, but Coach Jordan is not going to take any chances. Mind. Great defense there by Ivy Cosgrove. Settles down for a shot, and it rolls in for him. Sid's got the ball. She's across half court. Just has to be patient. Gets the ball to Anna. Anna, a great ball handler for the prep team, showing some skills here on varsity. Gets the ball to Lucy in the middle. Lucy takes a shot off the backboard, does not connect. It's Sharks basketball. They're down by 12. Some good minutes here by the younger Cosgrove sisters. Nice switch there by Ivy. She makes sure not to get Kai in the lane. That results in a turnover. No, 33 gets it, and it rolls in. Great heads-up defense. Unfortunately, does not pay off. Now Ivy's got the ball. She's also a talented ball handler. Scoots the ball up to herself, but unfortunately unable to get it. That's another turnover for Marquette. Triple team over on the strong side with Lucy, Ivy, and G, probably the three fastest players on Marquette. That pins 24 out deep. Nice, almost another steal. Oh, 2 balls to 33. Their number 4 shooter. A steal off of the press. All right, strong minute from the sisters. She doesn't want to take any more chances. Gets his starting five back into the game. Six minutes to go. Marquette's got an 8-point lead. Ball bounces around. Cat grabs it. Looks like this is an intentional press by the Sharks. G breaks it with only using 6 seconds on the clock. Rest of his team is down there. They'll set up their offense. Swings it to Cat. Cat and Sydney have a good thing going on down there. Ball back out to G. Isn't it amazing how he tips his chair like that to get a few extra inches? Shot's a little short by Catherine. Here come the Sharks. Lucy gets the ball across court. Great play by G to get his chair across the court. You cannot pass it behind the court once you're across. So heads up play by G. Lucy's got to wait a little bit for that pass. G sees Taylor, who cut the baseline. Taylor's got hands all around him. Marquette's got to be careful here. Lead is down to 6. Great tip by G to frustrate that open break that they had. It's got to be 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Good referee on 3 seconds. Kai had established position. Great catch by Lucy. Sydney's got to get the ball across the court. Nice play by Sydney. She sees Cat wide open. Great play by Sydney. Great assist. Great finish by Cat. That's the way you do it. Sydney just barely got across that with the 10-second mark. Again, you only have 10 seconds to get the ball across half court when you're on offense. That's where the press can be so effective, if you can stop people from getting across half court with 10 seconds. Marquette does a great job in the press there. Gets the wide open layup, which is always the dangerous press. Kai's got the ball, so anywhere Kai is, we call that the strong side. 3-point shot. Doesn't hit anything. Long rebound. Error on the scoreboard again, unfortunately. The clock the rim. That puts, unfortunately, the Sharks had a bad position where they had the ball in an offense that they were happy with, and now they've got to take it out of bounds. So both teams frustrated with that, but again, we appreciate the volunteers here. If any of you have been volunteering at the scoreboard, it is a nerve-wracking proposition. So we appreciate those folks quite a bit. Also, thank you to Mike Post for helping out on the camera today. And they post all these games on Taylor Post's YouTube channel as well. So if you missed a few minutes because of our internet stream, make sure you follow and check out Taylor Post on YouTube as well. Exciting game here. Marquette extended their lead out to a 14-point lead in this fourth quarter. The Sharks have been able to come back a bit, partially because of the press, partially for other reasons. They've got the ball, 8 seconds on the shot clock. G is not going to let it be an easy inbounds pass. Look for a pass back to Kai here for a shot. 33 is deep in the corner. Back to Kai. He doesn't see the shot clock. He's not going to get that shot up in time. 30-second shot clock. Defense by Marquette. 3:48 to play. Marquette's up by 8. Here comes the press. Gets it to the taller Sydney. Sydney feels comfortable ball handling, but she's going to need help to get it across. She gets it to G. G over to Lucy. Lucy's just got to show some patience there. Does get it to Taylor. Taylor has the edge on the opponent. Lays in the ball for the score. Such great shooting by Marquette together with being able to break the press. That's been the difference in this game. I think they learned their lesson from Dallas. Of course, Kai, the one-man show, is able to get into the lane and score. He's had some help from teammates, particularly on defense and the press. But when it comes to scoring, Kai has been the main focus of attention. That ball got across half court and then went out of bounds, so no more 10-second issue. But the shot clock is down to 20 seconds. Ball's back to G at the three-point line. He's got a great steal by Sydney there. G likes that shot on the baseline. Nice, smooth shot. Nice, relaxed shot. Such a smooth shot when he's in his zone. And then fires himself back up for defense. Pins Kai out there in the corner. You've got a triple team over on the strong side, instructing his team to spread out. Kai can't get around G. They get it to their number 3 or 4 shooter. Kai cuts to the lane. Great block by Taylor. Great block by Taylor again. They're going to call that a foul, send Kai to the free throw line. Marquette's got a 10-point lead, 59-49. Reminder, if there is a tie in this Pool A, so for example, if Dallas and Marquette both finish at 2-1, which is a strong possibility, then the first tiebreaker goes to head-to-head competition where Dallas has the edge. However, if RHI also finishes 2-1, if Marquette is able to beat them, then you'd have a 3-way tie. Break that by head-to-head competition, which means you then go to point differential. So it would be important for Marquette to score as many points as possible. So in case that tiebreaker comes into place. So normally where you might slow down in some of these games, we want to see Marquette finish off strong here, have the strongest point differential possible. G is just on fire. Gets the shooter's roll there. Nice cut to the lane by 24. Could have been called a foul either way on that one. A foul on the defense. Sharks have a strong performance in this fourth quarter, down by 8 with a chance to cut it 7. Ball rolls out. Sydney gets the rebound off to G. Here comes the press. And you are now going to see an intentional foul situation by the Sharks. So for those of you newer to wheelchair basketball or basketball in general, each team gets 5 or 6 fouls in the quarter before they automatically send people to the free throw line. So you've seen 2 small touch fouls here, but that does not send Marquette to the free throw line because those are called fouls on the ground. Once they get up to 5 fouls in the quarter, those touch fouls will automatically send them to the free throw line. So this is a smart, intentional strategy because if the Sharks can get Marquette to the free throw line, and if they miss one of their free throws or both of their free throws, the Sharks get the ball back with a chance to get back into this game. So great pass by G. Sydney gets fouled. Again, that's part of that fouling strategy. They're going to keep fouling until Marquette gets into what's called the bonus, and that's going to send Marquette to the free throw line. So it looks like Marquette is in the bonus, so Sydney will get free throws here. First shot up by Sydney. Unfortunately, that misses everything. Sydney in practice has been struggling on whether to roll up to the line or to take a sitting shot. Second shot is up. That one's a little bit better off the rim. It's really hard in wheelchair basketball. That free throw line is a ways away. Kai misses the free throw. The layup. Gets the ball to G. So Sydney's right at that point where she struggles. Should she just sit at the line and muscle that ball up? I think G got the rebound. So she struggles whether she should just shoot it from the free throw line while in a seated position like G is going to do here, or if she rolls to get more momentum. The problem with rolling is that you have to stop your chair before the line. Otherwise, it's a violation and your shot doesn't count. G, typically a pretty good free throw shooter. He misses that first one, misses the second one. So Sharks are down by 8. Their strategy of fouling worked out. Marquette has missed 4 free throws in a row. They get the ball down to that number 5 shooter, but they forget about Kai on the rebound. Kai is able to scoop it in. Marquette is going to have to make free throws if they are going to stay in this game. So good news for Marquette. Taylor, probably our strongest free throw shooter, is now headed to the line with a 6-point lead. Fortunately, this doesn't bode well for the point differential tiebreaker for Marquette, but we're at the point where they need to get this win one way or the other. Taylor off the back of the rim. That's 5 missed free throws by Marquette. Another missed free throw. You can now see why teams do this strategy. This game was out of hand. And because of that intentionally fouled strategy and an open 3-point shot by Kai, that cuts the lead to 3. So 6 missed free throws. G telling his team to settle down. All right, Lucy's going to want to get that ball off. Unfortunately, Lucy gets fouled. Not the free throw shooter that we want at this point in the game. But Lucy has surprised us before. Marquette's got to do a better job of getting the ball to their shooters. Had that ball gone in, it still would not have counted because Lucy went past the line. She's got to stop her chair before that hits the line. Misses again. Timeout by the Sharks. 8 missed free throws by Marquette. All right, we are back in action. It is the Sharks basketball on the sideline. They're only down by 3. You have Kai, who just hit a 3-point shot. Can't get him another rolling 3-point shot. G is out on him to make sure that that doesn't happen. 2-point shot. That ball is long. Unable to get the rebound. 24, who's a good shooter, launches the ball out of bounds in sort of a desperation pass. They didn't have to make a pass. They had a fresh shot clock. But Marquette has to get the ball in. They got to get it to a shooter to get fouled. And they do. They get it to Kat Redden. Let's see what she can do at the free throw line. Our other top free throw shooters have not been able to hit. So Kat, typically an above 50% free throw shooter, settling herself in on the line. First shot. Ball is up. Off the side of the rim. Marquette not doing any favors for itself. I think that is 9 or 11 missed free throws. Kat hits one. That's a super important shot because that now makes it a 2-possession game. We've got 4 points, and the most you can score typically is a 3-point shot. So that was a big free throw because it makes it a 2-possession game. However, if you do get fouled on a 3-point shot and hit it, the count the possible to score 4 points on one possession. So Marquette's got to be careful not to foul on the 3-point shot and then get back the ball into the hands of one of their free throw shooters that can hit free throws. To win games, you got to hit free throws. Lucy, one of the stronger defenders, gets out there. Kai launches a 3-pointer off the back of the rim. The ball's into Taylor. Again, typically above a 50% 3-point throw shooter. A collective gasp and then sigh of relief on the Marquette side. What an exciting game this turned into. Marquette fans didn't want to see it, but I think I know what Marquette will be practicing on in practice next week. They've got to get better at the free throw line. Just like that, Taylor hits his free throw. Now a 5-point game. And he hits in 2 in a row. There's the Taylor we're used to seeing. Marquette has hit 3 of their last consecutive free throws. Kai's got the ball. Another 3-point shot. That ball's going to go out of bounds. This game got a lot better than it should have. 9.8 seconds left. We'll see if they foul again. Doesn't look like they're going to foul. That's going to be the end of the game. It finishes. Errant pass by Taylor. Three-point shot is made, and they are fouled. This is that 4-point play that we were worried about. Fortunately, the clock has expired, so 24 is going to take this free throw with nobody out on the court. So number 24 can cut this down to a 2-point lead. Again, unfortunately, Marquette scoring differential, but this game was within inches of being tied. And he hits the free throw. So that makes your final score 64-62. Great performance by the Sharks in the last 2 minutes of the game, cutting that 10-point lead down to 2 points. Great to see that friendly face Kai out there. Congratulations to the Sharks. Great season. We'll see these folks again at Nationals.